So I saw this video on TikTok, and I know that's like never a great place to start, but it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, especially because like all the comments were siding with the person I thought was kind of weird. Um, it's about like cultural appropriation, I guess, and I know that's like a hot topic because I mean like there's two sides, right? There's people who would rather like keep their culture away from other people, I guess like as a way to protect. And there's some people who think their culture should be shared, and like fine. That's like I feel like that's a very subjective thing, so I'm not gonna comment on that itself. But I saw this video of this like I'll just show you. There's this like black woman stating her boundaries with I think the original is on, but she's just like I'll just play it.
A small PSA for you. I don't want you to call me sis or girl. I've thought this for years and I was afraid to say it because y'all get very offended when you're told not to appropriate things or not to say things. You're just like, why? Why can't we have it all? But I don't like it. I don't like when you say sis, even if you're trying to be nice and relatable, because I'm not your sis. That's what I do with my black sisters. Yes, I might be at the mall and I might see a black girl that I don't know and I might be like, girl, yes, or sister, yes, sis. Yes, that's our culture. That's what we do with each other. I don't need you to with me. I had a comment from someone on one of my videos on Instagram and she was like, sis, you're cooking. And she did the little with her white fingers. And I was just like, no, please. I know you're trying to be nice and relatable and I'm not trying to be rude, but no, please don't call me sis. Don't call me girl. That is what I do with my black friends and black women. That's for us. There are some things that aren't for you. You don't have to have everything. You don't have to take everything. Sometimes you can say, you know what? Maybe this isn't our culture, Becky. And you can just go about your day. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, before I play the rest, this is not the original video. This is like someone replying to it, so this is like why the comments are different from the video. But that's like a pretty strong opinion, right? She never said it was like she never explicitly said that it was cultural appropriation or anything like that. You could say it was like a little, I guess, strong in its take, but as far as I can tell, this is just her stating her own personal boundaries. She's not speaking for every black person, right? But then, like, and I get why that might annoy someone because it is pretty like common vocabulary, um, stuff like that. But it is also like most of the slang we use, even if we're not like aware of it, does come from like Black American culture. That's not the point though. It's just it is very common everyday speech. It's not like saying that is okay. I don't want to say anything because I'm not black nor am I white. So I feel like I can't really stand anywhere in this argument. But I'm just she said what she said, and then there's this woman who said this.
Girl, girl, I did not know I needed permission to say those things. No, fuck that. Yeah. Um, and it's funny in your video, girl. God bless it. Um, when you try to act like a white person in that video, your voice doesn't change. So I need you to stop talking like a white person. Cause yeah, that's ours. That's not yours, girl. Yeah. But anyway, the fuck is wrong with you?
So she's like, this is not the reply I wanted to show, but it's like in the full video, so I'll just talk about it anyway. She's like essentially implying that she's appropriating like white culture, and I feel like this is just a very personal opinion. You can disagree with me if you want, but I feel like it's very unfair to compare appropriating black culture and appropriating white culture when black people have historically been like oppressed the most throughout all of history. And to say, because like you know what I mean, right? I'm not saying. I just feel like it's unfair to say that she, because white culture. I don't want to say anything strong, but like it's a little unfair to compare something with so much historical trauma versus like something with not as much at all, like, white people were never really a minority and stuff, like when they were colonizing others. How do I say this in like a very compact way? I don't want to take sides, but I just feel like it's a little unfair to say that she's appropriating white culture when her point was that, from what I got, is her point is that she isn't comfortable with people of other ethnicities or whatever, like talking to her about like using that kind of vocabulary with her because she would rather like it's just those are her boundaries. And I feel like that's fine considering everything, but and I think it's fine to disagree with that too. Like you think it can be used by everyone. I don't know. Again, I can't say much on this topic. I just feel like the delivery was very, very biased. Like the response by this woman, it just felt, not. I wouldn't say that's the same, but that's not the video I want to talk about. There's like another reply that I saw, and I just feel like it was super. I don't know. Here, I'll show you the reply. Other
Dear
one.
white women, dear black women, stop making videos saying, "Oh, don't do this, don't say that, it's cultural appropriation." Sweetheart, me calling you girl is not cultural appropriation. Everybody is girl. My dad is girl. My boyfriend is girl. My teachers are girl. It's not cultural appropriation.
That's like my biggest issue. She never said it was cultural appropriation. Um, she just said she would rather not. Like that those are just her own specific boundaries. And I feel like there's nothing really wrong with that. She just doesn't want to be, she's stating her what she's comfortable with.
And not only do you call it cultural appropriation, but as your video goes on, you continue to say more and more racist things towards white women.
I don't think she said anything racist towards white women either. At least like she just said to those people who say this to me, please, I don't know. I didn't think it was racist really. She was poking fun at people who talk to her like that. And the again, the delivery feels very condescending. Um but everyone seems to like a lot of likes, right? Everyone seems to agree with her. And I think that's fine. But I just feel like her goal was like she was just stating her own boundaries and ranting about it. And then I mean, people did react, but I don't know. I feel like this was pretty mean. Yeah, I'm on the wrong side of TikTok. You're 17. Your opinions aren't refined at all. Um, Again, this is a very subjective thing. Well, my For You page has brutally betrayed me, but she's right though. What do you mean calling you girls cultural appropriation? Because it's like, this is gonna sound kind of dumb. I guess, I don't know. I'm just ranting, right? I don't do my research, but, like, I'm pretty sure, like, people who have southern accents too, historically, that comes from African Americans, Black Americans. It's like a lot of the slang we use every day too. Um, it does come from like Black American culture. Like it is like okay, there are some examples. I guess I feel weird saying this, but like when you say like little jit or something, those are that's not like we didn't make up that slang. Black people did. I think that's like and again, she never said cultural appropriation. I don't know. She never did. But she didn't say. I mean, I guess you could say she implied it was cultural appropriation, but I don't. She didn't really say. No one, like you shouldn't say to any Black woman. I just feel like this was made like this delivery of this and everything. It was just kind of here.
Sincerely, a white woman.
Yeah, I don't know. And I feel like all the comments are. I'm not. I mean, I don't really see any. I mean, we got William Afton. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing any like people of color really agreeing. I just feel like you put her in a bad light. And you could argue that she was being kind of mean, but this just felt really biased. I don't know. I'm just uncomfortable with this. Oh, can I scroll up? Uh-oh. Oh, oops.
Dear white women,
There we go.
Dear Black women.
I don't know. It just feels very very condescending. Livery wasn't super kind. But again, this is a thing where it changed for everyone. You'll see some people of color saying, "Oh yeah, for sure, I don't mind when you do this," but then there are some people. Okay, I'm gonna use cosplaying as an example. This might not be the best example, but like, let's say like most like East Asian people. For cosplays, people who do like extreme cosplays and they really want to look like the anime character or whatever, some people use like skin tape. So they tape their eyes back to make them look larger. And it's like common to do in for like people I guess who have like monolids in like China, people like cosplayers there, they do that a lot. And when a white person goes like, "Oh, is it okay if I do this?" or someone I don't know, so it's literally someone who doesn't have monolids. They just go like, "Oh, is it okay if I do this? Is it racist if I like also use the eye tape to make my eyes look bigger?" People in China, people who live in China will say like, "Oh yeah, for sure." Like some people they'll say like, "Yeah, that's fine. It's not racist at all." But then there's some Chinese people who grew up in like America, and because they grew up in America, they were surrounded by people who like people of other ethnicities who made fun of those features, and then they'll say this is offensive to me because I was bullied for this feature and now people are trying to mimic it. It's very like it's a very subjective thing. I feel like some people have these boundaries because they've experienced the discrimination and some people don't, and I think that's fine, but I feel like this execution was very a little mean. This is just a little, I don't know. But that's all I wanted to rant about. I feel bad for the first woman because I feel like this lady, 'cause she was put in like a bad light. Uh, are there more replies to this? Is this the original?
dear white women, I have a
Does it
Oh.
ever end? Dear white people, dear white women, dear this, dear. How about just mind your fucking business? But what do you want?
small PSA for you. I don't want you to call me
Yeah, this is a person of color responding
cis or
then.
girl. I've thought this for years and I was afraid to say it because y'all get very offended when you're told not to appropriate things or not to say things. You're just like, why?
don't say cis or girl. You know the ones that say cis or girl to y'all are the same ones voting with y'all? Because Republican women and conservative women don't call you neither.
Yeah, this is getting
They
political.
call you things that I can't say right now.
I don't like when you say cis, even if you're trying to be nice and relatable, because I'm not.
Yeah, see, like, so some people of color will agree, some will disagree. I think it's just a matter of experience, honestly. And I feel like, yeah, maybe she could have been, maybe more calm about it. But I honestly felt like, again, she was just stating boundaries. Okay, I think that's a different one. I don't want to go into this this looks like a big rabbit hole. Oh boy. Um but yeah, that's kind of it. I want to hear people's like thoughts on this, cuz again, some people like okay, some people feel entitled to everything. Some people, you know, they want to make sure everyone's comfortable. I feel like there's nothing wrong with the overall message of her. I mean, I don't know. This is a very I feel like whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't it's not like there's no right or wrong to this argument, I guess. So I don't know. I'd like to hear other people's experiences and thoughts about this. Cuz like it's the same thing with like white people getting cornrows, I guess. Because like some people, a lot of people go like, "Yeah, that's fine. Do whatever the hell you want. Who cares?" But some people might find it ignorant. This is an argument you can't really there's no like yeah. I would say it's a really I mean, yeah, it's a relatively hot topic, arguably. I don't know. I'd like to hear your thoughts.